Alright, when you look at the color shade, if the camera's picking it up or on your TV set, mobile phone, laptop, whatever you're viewing this vid on, you could clearly tell that it's a lighter blue on the retail versus that blue that's on the UA. It's more like a royal blue, in my opinion, on the UA versus the retail to the left. Obviously, the height is a little different. That could vary from the height of the size of the shoe, rather. But one thing, it's, in my opinion, a little taller on the UA despite the 1 inch size difference. As far as the Air Jordan, the R&D do connect, they're obviously on a retail. And when you look at the UA, they connect as well. Stitching and craftsmanship is not as superb as the retail, but they did a good job on this UA, despite the fact that there's obviously a little color difference as far as shade in blue there, okay, as opposed to this blue that's on here. These are the toe boxes, okay. I'm gonna let you guys pinpoint everything out. See the little minor inconsistencies as far as the holes go. Alright, they're a little more profound and bigger on the retail versus that UA. In my opinion, the materials are, for the most part, the same as far as I'm concerned. Craftsmanship might be slightly off, but materials are definitely the same as far as I'm concerned. The tongue padding, I inspected the shoe prior. It feels like there's slightly a little bit more padding in the center of the tongue on the UA as opposed to a thinner center on the retail. You want to get into the font on the Nike Air. You have the registered R trademark there under that end there, and when you look at the UA, it's more towards the center on the end there. That's one way you could differentiate that. When you look at the Air there on the UA, it's not as filled in as this here on the retail pair. But for the most part, no one's going to be looking at your feet like Inspector Gadget and worrying about that. One thing to point out is that the UAs came crisscross there on the tongue. That's one dead giveaway. That doesn't really matter. As you remember with the Royals, there was a lot of drama with the leases and so forth, etc., etc. As far as I'm concerned, everything was a lot different as far as the way they wrapped up the laces on those. Gonna give you a quick look at the medial. This is the retail. This is the UA medial. And you'll see from afar, from a distance, that even when I bring it down a notch, it's a little darker to the right than to the left. Retail to the left, UA to the right. Okay, these are the backs to the shoes that I have in hand here. Retail to the left, again, UA to the right. Again, you could see slight difference in height. That could vary, once again, from the 1-inch size difference, but in my opinion, the UA sit slightly a little higher than the retail version. Okay. And it's a little slimmer, slightly, on the UA down here at the bottom, as opposed to that UA to the right. It's a little fatter. One thing I'm going to point out, stitching on the tongues, they did a good job. Usually what you want to see is that this is overlapped right here on the brim. Okay. And they did not too bad of a job with this one here, where it overlaps. Usually the wording will be going forward or vice versa. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Retail once again to the left, UA to the right. They did a good job as far as keeping this smack on. Okay, once again, if you look carefully, you'll see that that registered trademark, the R, sits right underneath that N on the retail, and on the UA, you'll see it veering off to the center of the end there. Okay. The padding feels a little bit slightly thicker on the UA in the center of the tongue. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, materials once again are the same. Craftsmanship might be slightly a little bit off as far as I'm concerned. Just like the color variation, the UA is a little, this is the retail, this is the UA. Retail is a little lighter in shade than the UA, as you can see here. Okay, lighter, a little slight darker in color variation. There you go. Same thing with the holes. It's slightly, they did a better job, I think, on this shoe than the other one that I pointed out that was in red as far as the toe box goes. But retails are always going to come out pristine, no flaws. UA, this does not look bad at all on this left shoe. If you look at the pop-out stars on the retail, it seems to be smaller. Okay. Seems to be a little smaller. And when you look at the UA, it seems to be a little bit bigger in size as far as I'm concerned there. This is what I mean with the pop-out stars. Take a good look for yourself. You'll see what I mean. Smaller, larger. See that? And as you can see, the shade on a retail is a little darker on the blue than it is on the UA to the right. All right, bring it down a notch. This is the inner part of the shoe on a retail. This is what it looks like as opposed to the UA. They both have a great bedding inside. Okay, always make sure that, once again, your pairs, the UPC code there, the numbers match the box on each shoe. One thing I'm going to point out is that the retail here is the production date is from July 6, 2016 to August 24th of 2016. And when I go into the UA, it's reading 4/13/2016 to June 2nd, 2016, which is about 3 months. Okay, you got your different style of lacing, as you can remember from the Royals that came out for 2017. They came out in different variations as far as bagging goes with laces that they gave. Okay, if you look at the reds here, I'm going to try to compare it. You'll notice that it's different. The retails to my left, UA to the right, retail's a little darker in red. Okay, it's a little darker on the left side, which is retail. Little difference there in blue, a little darker once again on the retail to the left. And here you have your white. One thing I'm going to point out is that trademark logo on the retail here is in a bigger font than your trademark there on the UA. Again, UA, the R&D Connect there, and retail's the same here on the Wings logo. As far as I'm concerned, you're not going to be able to tell the difference of either shoe on feet. Once again, my theory is that the brand obviously does last minute switcheroo tactics where they might have slight imperfections that they want to master and correct at the last minute, and hand select different methods or options as far as shoes variation. As you can see, the retail was slightly different from the UA, but the UA was obviously produced before the retails were. And as far as I'm concerned, materials are basically the same, just slight difference in color variation. This video is an informative video. Once again, you be the deciding factor. You be the judge of the shoes that you see in hand today. I'm not going to tell you any more than what I've been telling you. I've made these comparisons vids for consumers to be able to determine whether or not the brand is basically hitting us on the head and playing games, because once again, the brand does not produce their shoes. They contract these factories and smaller companies to produce these shoes for them. Once again, they do last minute switcheroos where they might have produced the UA to the right but decided to go ahead with a different factory or different color variation in like, and they went ahead and produced the retails 3 months later. This is your boy Marco Ortiz. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. A like. I'm out.